All right. So welcome to our September meeting, 8:04. We're getting started and we are going to record this, so we will share it later. So if you're watching the recording, I'm glad you're here, and let us know that you're watching in the comments. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me just make sure I'm on the right page first. All right. Here we go. So welcome. It's September. It's actually my favorite month, even though August is my birthday month. I love September. I feel like it's the beginning of all my favorite things. So I love September. Welcome from your leaders. And there's our little Frankenstein countdown to Halloween. If you haven't gotten him, it is really popular with even my customers who aren't parents, like have kids that are out of the house. It's really popular with my Halloween fans, which I have a ton of. Welcome to our family since our last meeting. Lots. Megan, Sophia, Jessica, Tiffany, Marty, Nicole, Cindy, and Ashley. Welcome. We love having you here. Oh, there's my guy. All right. So this is a fun little graphic that I do every month, and it's basically in the entire group. So if you're new to watching this, hold on a second. Jackson, I need you to shut the door, please. Hold on a second. So our big group is 335 people, and then each team is different sizes, but I like to compile them all together for the month before and see who the top 5 in each title are for the whole group. And that's what this is. So if you see your name on here, you definitely had a great month last month. August was pretty good. And I know a lot of you had great months. We didn't have a ton of people active compared to July, but that's all going to change this month, right? So congrats to all of you. And I'm going to post that graphic on the page too. Our top sponsors in August were Macy, Ashley, Kavana, Tashonda, and Chelsea. So congrats for growing your team and getting them hooked in to here so that they can learn and grow. And I'm excited about each of their journeys. Our group stats for last month, we had 46,542, which is okay. But look at this. There was only 27% of the entire group active. Only 90 people in August were active, which is like baffling to me because we have a brand new catalog in August, but it's okay. I know August is weird because it's the end of summer, beginning of school and all that. So now it's a new month and our goals are 80,000 for the month. And we are already at 34,101. So we're only like 10,000 away from where we were last month at the end. And we're not even at the halfway point yet. Our goal is 50% of the group to be active. And right now we have 70 active already. So I am loving that. I'm loving how you guys are getting the stuff out, the products in front of your customers, because if you get it in front of them, especially if you let them smell it, just a sniff, it's going to sell itself, especially in this season. Just take it from us. Shooting stars. In your first 15 days, you have a goal to sell $500 and you earn this shooting star award. And Rochelle, I think she goes by Shelly, Crystal, and Lori all achieved shooting star last month. So congratulations to the 3 of you. And some of you have already made it this month too, which I'll shout you out next month. We do it just by month just to keep things organized for myself. But congratulations to all of you. Sensational Start is the next award that you go for in your first 70 days. And it has 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3. And you get different awards, different product credit, different in levels 2 and 3. When you earn levels 2 and 3, you get a really cool warmer. And Lori Hollander and Kimberly Willis both achieved level 1 last month. So congrats to you guys. Very awesome. There are lots of statistics that say if you earn shooting star and or levels 1, 2, or 3 in sensational start, you will go on to you have a higher percentage chance of going on to leadership, which is director and above in the company. We had 2 promotions last month. Kimberly and Carly promoted to certified, which is your very first raise. Super cool. Congratulations. No matter how long it takes you to get there, certified is an awesome promotion because you just have to achieve the $1,000 PRV. Once you get there, you don't ever go back. So you're always going to be paid at 25% or higher from then on. So if you want to talk about further promotions, if you've just promoted or if you just joined, definitely get with your sponsor or your director. Oh, somebody's writing on my screen. Nice. I love it. I don't know who's doing that, but that's fun. Are you doing that? No, I'm kidding. But that is the next step for your promotion would be lead. So we can chat about how to do that. Make goals. Paid at title is also important to look at every month because we all start at the same level at the beginning of every month. And to be paid at your level or your title, you have to achieve those numbers all over again each month. It's not cumulative. You have to do it again. So these 3, Carrie, Ashley, and Heather, all did it last month in August at the director level. So that's super awesome that they were paid at title last month. Congrats to their teams. So I'm going to use my helper now. And Leslie is going to do some announcements for us. I'm going to hand over the mic.
Hi. All right. Hi. Why are you laughing at me? He's never here for these meetings. So, and now that I have
Ryan, you can't make fun of her. She's about to put her director panties on.
Oh, they're always on. He knows it too. Hey, Jax. Hi. Okay. Catalog season launch dates are moving back 1 month. Okay, so that means in the spring, we will launch on March 1st instead of February 1st. And in the fall, it's going to be September 1st instead of August 1st. I like that much better, to be honest with you, but yay, yay. So next, please. All right. Also, just so you know, make sure you're checking your news tab daily, like whether you do it first thing in the morning or at night, just check it once a day so that you can stay up to date on everything. And we do post news tabs or news articles on the Facebook page. So to allow more flexibility and convenience for Scentsy Club subscribers, we are removing the 10-day blackout period for editing club subscriptions. And it started September 1st. So that's pretty amazing. And I know that I'm going to have some very happy customers about that. So what that basically means is that you have up until the day they process 12:30 a.m. to edit your club. Like if you decide, oh, I don't need it this month, or I want to take this fragrance out and put this one in. Normally it's like you have 10 days or you don't have 10 days. They cut it off 10 days before it's supposed to process and they don't let you do it. And it's kind of a pain, but now you don't have to wait. You can just do it. So yay. Make sure to tell your customers. All right, some announcements. The 2022 Harvest Collection launched on the 1st, and I think everything is still in stock, which is kind of mind-boggling to me, but yay, that's good. So you can still go get some marketing images. People are starting to get their orders, and they're posting real life pictures of the items, which if you can find them, those are really good to share. I have not gotten mine in just yet.
Chelsea's been posting real life product images in albums on our FLaVA Collective page. So if you are ever looking for real life images, which are always better to post, go
Yes.
to our albums, and once she gets those updated from the ones she's found, then there's a bunch of Harry Potter ones there already, but there's other stuff coming in
So good.
slowly and surely.
And please, if you guys ever find any beautiful ones, feel free to add them. Please do. Because some people like, a variety. So feel free.
It's true. And so, yeah, be promoting that to your customers because they're ready for fall. Some people started decorating for fall August 1st, which it's too hot for pumpkins, in my personal opinion. But that's not for everybody. Some people want fall and they want all the things that smell like fall. And Harry Potter, come on. The fact that that train has not sold out yet, just you can tell people to get 2 of them. They don't have to get 2 of them, but 1 or 2, and they can be bookends for their Harry Potter book collection. So there you go. All right, next, please. Registration. It's open for Retreat for Leaders 2023. This is for all directors Q and above. Excuse me. It's in Cancun, Mexico. You're invited to join Scentsy January 9th through 13th. In 2023, the 9th and 13th are travel days at the Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach in Cancun, Mexico. So get away from the cold and go down and be hot, hot, hot. If you're not a director yet, you can be, and you can register. So let's all get excited for the holiday collection. Nightmare Before Christmas is now in our holiday collection brochure. It's launching October 1st. The digital brochure is now available and you can order the printed brochures. But wait, there's half of September left. So I'm glad you put that in. I was going to say that before I read it. Make sure you're focusing on harvest because it's so exciting to show people, like maybe don't show everybody, maybe just show like your super loyal customers that you know are going to buy no matter what, but don't reveal it to everybody because, some people might not want to buy until October 1st and they can be buying right now. So, but get excited. Maybe show some sneak peeks to those who order. Okay.
Or I sometimes use like specific things in a launch to help me post or help me book parties for the next month. So if you have Jack Skellington people, they are going to want it. So maybe you're showing it to those people now to book those parties to like overlap from the end of September to the very beginning of October. I have a couple right now.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because some
So
people don't know that they can keep a party open.
yes.
From 1 month to the next. They think, oh no, I have to close it out and redeem the rewards. No, you don't.
But remember,
You
any
open.
LTOs, if you haven't paid for them, like if you haven't paid for them on an individual order or a website order, then if they're just in the cart in the workstation, they don't get saved. So if
Right.
something sells out and it's in your cart, it's not safe. Just know that.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. This is an amazing special, an amazing deal. So y'all, if you're not promoting this, you're missing out. People can join this month for $22. Like that's cheaper than a mini warmer. And look what they get in it. They get the full size gray warmer. They get the testers, they get a bar, some samples, they get the catalog and their welcome packet. I mean, $22 for that. The way that you can promote it, if you of course, go out and look for those people that want to make this a business because there is no sense in not doing that. But if they just want to earn some money off of their own stuff, what do they have to lose at this point? They can start as hobbyists and work their way up. So just be offering it. You have to hear 100 no's before you hear yes. Just simply saying, hey, it's $22 to sign up, start your own Scentsy business this month. You want to take advantage of that? Just having that conversation. Ooh, some Scentsy Club perks. So this month, everybody's going to be receiving a free bar. I'm not going to say what it is. In addition, it's
Some people like it.
They do. Yes, they do. And yep. In addition, all Scentsy Club orders in September with a subtotal of at least $60 before the 10% off is applied, okay, will receive a free 25 pack of cotton cleanups. That's a $10 value, y'all. So
Big.
if you have people that are already signed up for Scentsy Club, will y'all shut up? God, this is why I do bedtime. 2 nights in a row, man. Right, Chels? Right? God, they butt heads. If you already have people signed up for Scentsy Club, go ahead and tell them about these perks. They should be the first people that you tell because they're already signed up and they may want to go add more to their clubs so that they can get these perks. And then you start promoting it to other people. But this is great. I mean, I know I'm getting the free bar and the cotton cleanups. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Next.
Oh, sorry.
Warmer and Scentsy bar bundles available in September. We all need to be promoting these starting September 1st. When your customer purchases one of the select warmers from Unbelievable, Wherever I'm With You, that's the home one, the one that says home, the cute little wooden one, and the Bless This Home, that's the big house. Oh, I have it. Hold on. I just took it out of my bathroom. That one. They get 4 bars for free. Now they are pre-selected bars, but y'all, this is an amazing deal for realtors because it's got 2 house themed warmers. And then that Unbelievable one, that's cute for fall. So if
Mhm.
you have people that like to decorate for fall, but they don't want to do like super Halloween-y, get them that one. And they get the free bars.
And one of the bundles sold out early, but they've replaced it with another bundle.
Well,
So
that's
I think it was the Fresh from the Oven bundle. They've replaced it with French toast, cherry almond pie, Central Park pralines, and buckleberry.
dang. So if you know anybody that likes that.
So you should be going to that actually and finding any of your past customers that have any of those bars that are back. There's 12 of them that are back. That's the only way they can get them. So you could be promoting that to them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so pretty. All right,
Gorgeous.
this is the warmer of the month for October. It's the Tiger's Eye Pumpkin. You can read the description right there. And then Warm Pumpkin Drizzle is the scent of the month. You can sign up for this now. You can get just the scent where you get 9 bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
9 bars, the scented stickers, the brochures, and that's it. Yeah, because I stopped doing the room spray.
Right.
And then if you get the warmer and bar bundle, you get the warmer and then everything else that I just said. So, and you do get paid on this.
And you get it
that's-
before anybody else does.
And you get it before anybody else does. So go to your workstation under your accounts tab and you can sign up for that. It's so pretty.
It is.
Kind of looks like leopard print.
Yeah.
Very
I asked
trendy.
Allie if she liked this one better, and she said it looks spookier than the because I'm getting fall fairy tale or right? Fall fairy tale.
Yeah.
That one looks more like me, I think, but this one's gorgeous.
It's so pretty. Okay, we're still in incentive period. You get to choose from 4 trips if you earn level 2, but let's talk about level 1 because I know a lot of people are close to earning level 1. You get SFR registration paid for. That requires no sponsoring points. And then level 2, you get a trip for 1.
Yeah, sorry. That's the bad picture.
Trip for 1 for that's just you for either a cruise, go to New York City, go to Quebec or Los Cabos, Mexico. And level 3 is a trip for 2 to any of those places. So, and if you are a top achiever, you get to pick first, which is really cool. So it has started in August 1st, and you have until January 31st. If you have not gotten with your sponsor about planning for this incentive, please do it. Don't think that you can't earn this, because you totally can. It's absolutely doable.
Yes. And planning is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are working towards the trip and you're not already in our group, I know it's been sort of slow. I've been a little busy, but y'all feel free to post in here. Pick your trip. FLaVA is our group for the incentive earner triers. I don't know what the word is. The ones that are in it to win it.
One more day, guys. Tomorrow's the last day to do this. Scentsy is giving away a trip for 4. I believe it's for 4 people, all expenses paid, to Disney. Like, this is insane. And the coolest part is that if one of your customers wins, you win too. So I don't know if you saw my live today, but go tell everyone you know to do this. Whether they are customers or not, they can enter. If they have never bought Scentsy from you, or if they've never heard of Scentsy, they can enter. It doesn't matter. Give them your website link to this. Let them go enter. Just say Scensy's giving away a Disney trip. Go enter. Do you know how many people I got that had never bought from me that went and entered today? They were like,
That's
hell
awesome.
yeah.
Just
So-
from doing what? How did you do
I
it?
texted them. That's all I said was, Scensy's giving away a Disney trip. Go enter to win it. And I sent them the link.
That's
And then
awesome.
they're looking at your website.
Yeah,
So go tell your customers to enter this. They have till tomorrow.
that's amazing. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I am going to stop the share and then we're going to talk about, I bet you can't guess. I did a poll today all about it. Oh, see, I can't ever see chats when I'm, oh, Sophia is the Zoom user. Welcome. Oh, one more thing. Power hours. We have power hour that if you don't know what power hour is, don't let it like intimidate you. It's just a time, like a concentrated hour where we work our business and we sort of give you a schedule, if you will, or a task list to do. And so if you've been trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing for your business when you have the time, this is a great way to find out, because we get together 3 times a week. You chose the times, so they should be doable for you. One of them should be, if you voted. Tuesday nights at 8:15, nope, not Wednesdays anymore. Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. and Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. And those are all Eastern time. And we try to make sure that we have an event scheduled in the group. I think we missed one last week, but you'll just have to click on it on the Zoom link to join us. But if you don't feel confident the first time clicking on that Zoom link, if it intimidates you, please just come and watch us, because we stream those live on the FLaVA page and you can sort of see how laid back it is. I mean, we're usually in our pajamas, we're hanging out, drinking coffee, or whatever, and just working. And it's a great time for some one-on-one, because there's at least one leader in the Zoom every time we go live. So you can ask us questions. You could have like a one-on-one hour if it's just you and the director. So I just want to have a big push for that, because it's great. All right, so we're going to talk about follow-up tonight. And I know I did the poll and a lot of you said that you didn't know what to say. So we're going to do a little bit of that. A lot of you said you don't have a system for it. That might be an issue. So we are going to cover that. And we're going to give you some answers to some things. But first of all, I want to talk about what exactly follow-up is, because I think a lot of people have the wrong perception of follow-up. And I'm trying to pull up the poll. Sorry, I'm distracted. So follow-up is simply connecting with a customer who has ordered from you. That's all. It's just a connection with a customer. And it is not always about getting another order. In fact, follow-up is genuinely about just building customer service and a relationship. So another thing follow-up is it is not something that you can really cut and paste, because it needs to be authentically you, because these people are your customers. They're buying from you. And if it's not in your language or the way you speak, they're going to know that. So it's just a sort of organic conversation that flows easily, shouldn't really be scripted. And like I said, it's not cut and paste. And always your follow-up should point towards building that relationship with your customer and more sales or business in the future. So that's the goal of the follow-up, for those two things. So why should we follow up? Well, I don't know if you know this, but we sell consumable products. And that's the beauty of selling Scentsy, or one of the beauties. I don't think I could ever sell any direct sales that were like things that you really only need a couple of, right? It would be a hard sell. I sell Scentsy, or I signed up to sell Scentsy because it would be easy. It sells itself, like we say. But you're not the only consultant out there. And most of our products are so good that all the other competition out there has decided that they want to try and compete with us and make knockoffs, right? So your customer could be out of wax or out of bulbs or out of body wash or out of laundry, and they could be strolling through Target and see whatever they need on the shelf. And that's easy to just reach out and grab the knockoff wax, the Tide, the body wash, whatever off the shelf, right? Your job as a consultant is to make it easier for them to buy from you than to buy from Target shelf. Keep that in mind when you're like fighting with yourself over whether to follow up. They're always going to do the path of least resistance. So, and I do want to make a quick plug, because the only thing that we have that really doesn't have a competition for out there is pods. So if you are not pushing pods and they're potty machines like wall fans, mini fans, and goes, then you're doing your business a disservice, because there's no competition for that stuff out there. So definitely be pushing that. That's just sort of an aside. Not pushing them, but telling about, why they should be using them. So our job in follow-up is to make us be the easy way for them to get it. Did you know, I remember doing a training about Amy one time, and I remember Jason saying this fact, and 78% of consumers purchase a second time within 7 days of their first purchase. And that's not necessarily Scentsy customers, but that's just how consumers sort of work. But wouldn't it be awesome if 78% of your customers purchased a week later? And the only way they're going to probably is if you reach out. So have that in the back of your head as well, besides the making it easy thing. So building that relationship. Leslie, I know you're eating, but do you want to tell your story, and then I'll tell mine real quick, and then we'll move on to something else about follow-up?
Which one?
Just about how it's changed your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, I should have given you a heads up. Going.
She put
So it was,
its bite in her mouth too.
Right.
it's delicious. It was world tour, my first world tour, 2018. And I wasn't like super duper serious about my business then, just kind of doing it for fun. And I went to a breakout that Steffi Marlborough did. I'd never heard of her. And I pretty much went wherever Bonnie told me to go that day because I didn't know what to do. Like, all right, cool. I was mostly just there because we were going to Disney the next day. So like,
They keep
whatever.
it real now.
Yeah. But she talked about her follow-up system, and she had a binder, and she told us the same fact that you just said about how consumers are ready to buy like 7 days later. And she talked about how it changed her business. And I was like, that's interesting. So, and she said she had a YouTube video. So a few weeks later, I went and found her YouTube video, and I'll still go back and watch it from time to time just to refresh myself. And I send it out. So I'll make sure to put it on the post. And I'm not going to go into detail about what she did in her follow-up system, mostly because she doesn't do that system anymore. And I know that because I asked her today, but she had, it was amazing. And I'm like, I never thought to do that. I never thought to ask a customer, hey, did you like the wax? I just assumed, oh, if they like it, they'll tell me. If they don't like it, they'll tell me that they don't like it. I didn't think about it, And so I was like, I'm going to try this. So I set up her system. I got the binder. I got all of this is back when I used the paper order forms. And that year, my business doubled. That was the year I hit lead. And I mean, obviously grew a team too, but like just from following up and staying on top of it and actually doing it and building more of a relationship with my customers and just finding out, hey, did you like this? Did you not like this? And giving them the opportunity to order it, or even not even talk back, just at least I put it out there.
Mhm.
So I don't use the same system, but I went from the binder system to Amy, and now to nothing yet. Shit, what was that? Rafferty, I swear to God.
I have the same kind of story. I joined in 2008, and I was trying to remember the year it was it was actually World Tour as well. And it was the year that Jen joined. So not Jen Holloway. I think it was 2016. I want to say. I did not have a follow-up system. I didn't follow up at all from 2008 to 2016. And when I started following up, that is not coincidentally the first year I earned annual sales award. And I've only missed it one time since. So it works. So that is why I need for you to do this. I need for you to try it, because you will be amazed at what such a little thing will do for your business. It will. Were you done, Leslie? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Pretty
off.
much. I was just, yeah, that was the basics of how I started it. And this is what it did. And this is why I continue to do it. So
Awesome.
and same thing with my team. When they come to me and they're like, I've tried everything, I don't know what to do. I've posted and I've posted and I've posted and I've emailed. I'm like, well, when's the last time you followed up with your customers? Oh, I haven't done that in a while. All right, do it. Do it this week.
Start there.
Every single friggin' time they come back. That's all I had to do. I
Yep.
just got so many orders.
Yes.
So every single time.
Yeah. And Leslie mentioned a couple of different systems, and it's not even about which system you use. It's just picking one that works for you, because you're only going to use the one that works for you. Right.
Mhm.
So we can give you tools. We can give you specific trainings about different systems that we're doing. But unless you actually pick one and just go for it and do it, Maybe it's one that you see on a training and you tweak it to work for you. But I'm just going to go over a couple in a second. But this is one that Jennifer Anderson uses, and it is super simple. So if you don't have anywhere to start here. She talks about 3 touch points that she uses at the very beginning of when you get an order. So say somebody comes to your PWS and places an order. Within 24 to 48 hours, you should be reaching out to them via text or whatever way you usually reach out. Now, yes, they do get an email, a not spam, what's the word? Wrote like a stock email, automated email from Scentsy when they get it saying thank you. And it looks like it comes from you, but do it anyway. Text them, Facebook message them, however you've responded to them in the past. Send it out and just say, thanks so much for your order. I can't wait to see what you think of it. That's it. That's all you have to say. Then when you get the email from Scentsy that says Laura's order shipped, you reach out, or you open that email, you click the tracking, you find out when Laura's order is going to be delivered, and you send a text to Laura and say, hey, Laura, I just saw that your order shipped. It's going to be there on Thursday. I can't wait to hear how much you love it. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's the second touch point. Jackson, are you beating her up? And then the third touch point is going to be about 2 to 3 days after they get it. This is one of the most important touch points, and I call it the open box follow-up. You are going to reach out to them and you're going to say, just wanted to make sure all of your Scentsy came intact and that you love it all. Because when you say that, you give them a lot of different openings to say either they loved it or hated it, or maybe one of the bars wasn't exactly what they thought it was going to be, or maybe they haven't even opened the box. Maybe their bulb is smashed. Maybe, I don't know, something could be wrong with their order. And that little touch is the thing that Target does not do. They have, as the consumer, have to go back to Target if they have an issue with something in their order, right? When they plug it in, they have a bulb. They can't just call somebody. And especially Target doesn't call them to check. So you reaching out to them and making sure, one, that they're taking it out of the box, that they love it, and that it works. Because remember, we have warranties on all of our stuff. And so they might not know that. So that's your open door to tell them that. Also, if somebody told me that they loved everything except maybe blueberry cheesecake or whatever the bar is, you know what I would say? I would go to them and I would say, oh, I don't like hearing that anybody doesn't like their bar. I want you to be happy. So I have a bunch of bars in stock. I would love to just do this one-time swap out for you so that you're totally, completely satisfied. And it doesn't take much to do that. And these things will not happen often unless you have one of those complaining customers that complains all the time, but it won't happen often. But if you get to do that, it is going to make a customer for life for you. Not only a customer, but a referral, probably a hostess, and maybe a team member for you, if you ever get the opportunity to have that conversation. So if you never make that open box follow-up, you don't have that opportunity. So those 3 touch points are the most important. And then it's up to you when you follow up again after that, because remember, in those 3 touch points, you haven't asked for any other orders. But if they're in love with it so much and they want some more, it gives them the opportunity to answer you and say, hey, you know what? I was thinking I didn't get the pods this time, but maybe I'll try it now. And then that would be that second order in 7 days. But then you would reach out again, like 6 to 8 weeks, or maybe 3 months later to see, hey, you've run out of your 6-pack. I'm sure you need more wax. I'm putting in an order. Can I grab you something? And then it starts that whole ball over again, but you've already made that connection with them. You're hopefully, if they're on social media, you're hopefully getting in touch with them, like with comments. Maybe take a time in the evening. I know a lot of consultants do this. They take like 30 minutes every other day or something, and just sit down on social media and go through their customers and just respond, or not respond, but comment on posts in their life, because then you're showing up and you're acting excited or interested in their life. And it's not just about you being their Scentsy consultant. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. So there's a couple different methods that people use. One is the binder system, which I used to use until Amy came along, which I'm not going back to because I don't use order forms. But if you use order forms, it's really easy. You just make little tabs and you put your orders in 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, or however long you want to wait to follow up for that next order. There's a calendar method, which is basically the same thing. You're just writing their name and what they're ordered on the calendar 1 month ahead, so that when you get to that day in your calendar, you know, oh, I need to follow up with this person. There's a spreadsheet. If you're a spreadsheet person, that's probably the way I'm going to go. Kimberly Polita has an amazing system that I just need to put everything in. I don't think you should go and like copy and paste everything from the workstation into anything, because that's sometimes a waste of time. And it's sort of busy work, and you could be having conversations with customers, at that point. But a spreadsheet might work for you. Then there's the way that I'm doing it right now. There's a report in your workstation under reporting, and then under sales reports, it's called the reorder report. It's also how I run my report for who's getting Happy Mail. But the reorder report, you can look back at who has ordered from you in the last 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. And you have it right there. You have their contact information. You have what they ordered last. And you could just go down, sit in front of your laptop one night and just go down and say, oh, I need to check with this person, and just ask, how's your wax stash or whatever. For the touch points, the 3 touch points, I just do that from my PWS, just not my PWS. I'm sorry, my workstation, from just my orders. You can run a order by, what's it called? It's under your reporting tab. It's called order by PRV or something. I'll post it. I'll post what it's called. But there's all kinds of ways you can do it. And there are lots of trainings out there about how to do a system, but it's all going to be different depending on how you work. So a lot of you also want to know what to say. And we sort of threw around some things today, but Leslie, do you want to say what you say to some people, like some examples? Do you remember what you said today? Or just
Yeah, you were cutting out a little bit. Can you
Oh,
repeat
sorry.
the last part of that? It might have been my Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Just people want to know what to say. And
Yes.
I'm stressing this needs to be in your words. So if Leslie
Yes.
says something, don't write it down and say it exactly like it, because I know I don't talk like Leslie. I wish I did sometimes, but I don't. My customer would be like, who is this?
Yeah, your phone got hijacked. So my first rule of thumb is just to keep it as simple as possible. Like don't come at them like a salesperson. If you're going to send them a long paragraph, I guarantee you they're not going to read it. Some of them might, but I would not. I think about it as, how would I want somebody to talk to me and sell me something? And just keep it short and sweet. If you're following up to ask them how they like something, just simply say like, hey, have you had a chance to try out your new bars? What'd you think? I'm obsessed with Blue Grotto. Did you love it? Did it remind you of anthropology? Like, finding a way to relate to them somehow always like makes a connection. If they have a new warmer, you can say something like, have you had a chance to set up your new warmer? I'm dying to see how it looks in real life. Can you send me a picture? And same thing with like the body stuff, or if you know that they bought something as a gift, you could ask like, did so-and-so like their present? Like, did your daughter love her Stitch Buddy? Something like that. And if you follow up with them, you're getting them in the habit of sharing things with you. Like they want to be able to do that. And they'll start sending you pictures and saying like, "Oh my God, I love this smell. Oh my God, look at this. This is gorgeous." Like that's my favorite thing when my customers send me pictures and they're like, "Look at this." I'm like, "Yes." It just makes me so happy. Um, but just keeping it too short and sweet and to the point, always asking them a question so you give them a chance to respond. Um, if you are following up just to as a courtesy to see if they need anything, even how are you doing on wax? Can I help? Can I get you anything? Trying to think of something else. Have you had a chance to try this yet? Or um, if you're following up with somebody just to thank them for an order, you could say something like, I see you're local. Next time, if you want to save on shipping, let me know. I'd be happy to place your order for you. And just striking up a conversation, dig in, like look at what they ordered and say, like, I love that scent, or I haven't smelled that one as a bar yet, or oh, you need to try it as a pod next time. And just connecting like that. So,
I was muted.
what?
Sorry. I was muted.
Oh,
Trying to talk and I was muted. That's what I was going to say is if you have a note about them, maybe in your phone, maybe just put it in your notes on the contact and say they really love Luna or their favorite scent is hibiscus pineapple, whatever. And then that next season, if hibiscus pineapple came out in a bunch of things, which did happen, then that would be something you could talk about. That would open the door for a conversation to them. So the more you know about what they love and those connections that you make is going to make it easier for you to start the conversation and for you to offer up something that makes them know that you care about them and about what they like, instead of just looking to make your numbers this month or whatever.
hmm
Um, I think we covered the only thing we didn't really touch on was the fear one. 18% of the people said they were afraid. So I think if you keep in mind the things that I said at the very beginning about it's your job as a consultant to build a relationship with these people and to give them good customer service. And if you come at it in that direction with building that connection, then it shouldn't be scary because it's just like talking to a person that you're getting to know, right?
do we know, excuse me, exactly what it is that people are afraid of?
I don't.
I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Does anybody out there know, like Chelsea?
So I selected that one. And I know this is kind of a mindset thing, which I talked with Carrie and some other teammates today in our chat. But I get nervous every time I go to do the follow-up because I'm afraid like they're gonna think I'm bugging them too much, or they're just gonna tell me I'm annoying or tell me feed excuses, and then I don't know how to comfortably respond to the excuses. Not that their excuses aren't valid or anything, but I've never been, when someone says no, I'm just like, oh, okay, sure. I don't, in the moment, I don't think quick enough to respond with a solution. So I think it's just how can I better train myself to get on the right mindset with that? Because it is fear of like rejection and
rejection and getting shutting down.
yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
What? Okay. I'm glad y'all said that because I just got a text from, this is funny, from Natty's second grade teacher. I guess she got her Happy Meal because it's a quote from her husband. Leslie sends the best smelling mail. So that's
Love
great.
that.
Okay. I'm listening to an audiobook called, I think it's called How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business.
Mhm.
and she's talking about this right now, like literally this is what she was talking about, is rejection and the fear of rejection. And she used the analogy of like how she was a kindergarten teacher, and she said, I've got a job opening for a kindergarten teacher and it starts tomorrow. How many of you want to take it? And she said, like, out of hundreds of people, only like 4 people raised their hands. And she's like, what? Do you guys hate teachers? Do you not respect me as a teacher? And no, that's not it. It's just a preference for them. So they're not rejecting you. They're not rejecting anything. It's just their preference of, no, I didn't really like that. Or no, I don't need to buy right now. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're stocked up. Maybe they're on a budget. You never know. But also, how would you respond if you asked your kids, did you like that? Did you like your food today? And they said no. How would you respond? Besides backhanding them and say, respect me, bitch. How else would you respond?
Let's say,
Be
you
like,
You still ate it anyway.
yeah.
yeah,
that's dinner.
it wouldn't
Yeah.
bother me as much, but sometimes, I'm like, man, I made that extra special for you. And
But you know that they're
Like,
not
"Thanks,
rejecting you.
Mom."
It's the food.
It's the
yeah,
food.
yeah.
So the fear of rejection, it's not about you. It's about what they like and what they don't like. And 9 times out of 10, this is what I always remind myself. If I can get somebody to tell me no or not right now, at least I got an answer from them. So I know that I'm not just hanging out in their text messaging thread, not responding to me. Because that's what gets me like, oh my God. And then that's where the rule of thumb of how many times you're going to contact them comes in. I have the rule of 3. If I don't hear back from them after the 3rd try, I'm leaving them alone.
I read
So
something in a training one time that said, if you're following up with somebody, or if you're reaching out to somebody and they don't answer you twice in that mode of communication, try a different mode of communication. Because maybe you're calling, maybe they don't have time to answer the phone. I mean, I
Right.
don't answer the phone. Or if you're emailing, maybe they don't ever read their email. If you're texting and they prefer Facebook Messenger, maybe. So if you have another communication line to them, try that first before you just give up on them, because it could be just inconvenient for them in that mode of communication. So that was interesting when I was reading that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Leslie,
going back to the fear, I feel like, so the fear one would come into play if you're actually asking them for a sale, right? Like only in that regard. Or are you scared for the follow-up just of you letting them know that their order is going to be delivered? Like, is that scary?
no.
Right. So
which part of it is exactly as scary? Like,
yeah.
which
So if you're doing
scenario
those
of the
first
follow-up
3
process?
Right. If you're doing those first 3 touch points every time, then that relationship and that communication has been built. And so if they're responding to you and then you reach back out to them in 6 weeks and say, hey, hope you're still loving your stuff. I'm putting in another order. I'd love to save you some shipping if you need anything. It makes it a little bit easier to open that door and ask, because they've already told you that they love their stuff. So you're just giving them something. Also, always check your motive behind your follow-up. If it is all about you and all about what they can do for you, it's going to come across that way, and then it's going to feel icky, and then you might get a weird response. But if you make it about them and you have that mindset of, how can I help my customers today get the best smells, get the best deals, then it's going to come across that way to them, and they're going to hear you. They're going to understand that you're in this to, yes, it's a business for you, but you're trying to help them, not just get a sale. Right. So that might make it a little bit easier.
Well, and that's also where that personal connection comes in, because if you know that you have a good relationship with this customer, maybe you only know them through Scentsy, and maybe 9 times out of 10, most of the time you talk about is Scentsy. but you're good with them, they know that you're genuine and you're not just going to be like, hey, do you want to buy something from me? Like, you actually give, are you doing good? Are you, how's your family? And you can have those little like chats, but also have a sale.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yes.
But what else? What exactly is? Yeah, I want to know, like, what exactly is the fear? Give me a specific example of what holds you back from following up with somebody.
For me, it was really, I mean, not knowing what to say and like overthinking that final follow-up point of
Mhm.
like, are you loving your stuff and so on and so forth. But the fact that I included like, did you get everything?
Mhm.
Working? Have you tested it? Like, it's showing that you're more about them, because it would, like, sometimes, not that I would say things that are just about me, but I felt like nothing I was saying really showed how much I cared, because I was leaving those things off and forgetting like that's a part of the follow-up too. So it did sound like it was about me, or it was just about a sale. And that's what made me fearful of like them feeling like that's all I care about them for, because it's not. Most of my customers are not brand new customers outside of my circle. Most of them are people in my circle, but I still don't want them to think that I reach out to them just for a sale.
Yeah,
But the fact
I get that.
those 2 points, that I think is going to be a game changer, because it
Awesome.
shows more care.
Mhm.
Love it.
And also, even just like say, I'm trying to think of, this is something I've been wanting to do. I just haven't taken the time to do it. And finding out, getting a system of finding out, making sure they know everything there is to know about their stuff. Like, some people don't know how to change their wax.
Right.
And, a simple follow-up about that you can promote the cotton cleanups with that. Like,
Yeah.
there's another sale without even intending to have a sale. You're just telling them, explaining to them how they can properly change their wax. And some people don't know, like, how long is this supposed to last? How often am I supposed to change it? Am I supposed to change it? Does it go away on its own? Some people don't know that. Even people that have been using Scentsy for years don't know.
Right.
And so just that's where the follow-up comes from. I've got a friend who used to sell it, and she asked me, am I supposed to change this? Like, yeah,
Oh,
you are.
Up until
Oh.
recently, Gordon had no idea. Like, at his apartment when he goes off to work, he was like, honey, my wax isn't going anywhere. Like, what do we do? And I'm like, you have to change it. You have to absorb it. Like, do you not pay attention when I change the wax at home? He's like, no.
No, they don't pay
do
attention
that.
I
to
was like,
that.
what? Do you need more wax? Like, you should need more wax by now. He's like, no. And he just never changed it.
That's funny. Yeah, I've had lots of customers that
Leslie, can you repeat the name of the book you're listening to or reading?
It is
How to Rock Your
Rock Your Network Marketing Business, How to Become a Network Marketing Rock Star. It's by Sarah Robbins. She's with Rodan and Fields. It's like a 2.5 hour long listen. So you could probably get it done tomorrow.
in 2 car circles.
there you go.
Exactly. Yes. So, and the one that I just finished, and it's not really about network marketing, it's about business in general. It's called The Compound Effect. Wow.
Okay.
That was a good one. I highly recommend that one.
Is that on Audible?
For business in
Because I have
general.
2 credits
Yes.
left. I need to use them.
Get it. It was really, really good. Tell Tony in the background to get it too.
You're breaking up. She said
She didn't
Ezekiel.
hear me.
She did.
But yeah. Oh, Ezekiel. You're Ezekiel. I'm Tony.
Oh, right.
So yeah, like, and sometimes you won't hear back from people. I've got one customer that I have never spoken with, and she's been buying from me for probably 2 years now. I've emailed, I've texted, no response ever, and every time she orders, it's at least $200. And I send her thank you cards. I cannot figure out how to get this woman to talk to me. But
Some people
I'm
are
like,
just sort of like
okay,
not recluse, but they have social anxiety or whatever and
yeah,
that's why they order online because they don't want to have a conversation with anybody. So
hmm
those kind of people, they're sort of easy to serve, but it's sort of
yeah.
frustrating,
Well, I'm just like, "Ok, I just want to know that I guess you're
right?
happy. I
I
don't,
hope you're happy. You're still coming
yeah.
back.
I have a lady like that too that I met at a charity event, like probably one of the first events I did. And she didn't buy anything. She just like filled out my drawing thing and dropped it in. Like, I don't remember really holding a conversation with her. Like, I really don't remember her, to be honest. But she's always on my mailing list. And whenever I send some mail, whenever it's like a brochure, like the harvest or holiday, whenever things change, she puts in at least like
Yeah.
$100 order. I've never heard back from her. I've tried to get her to join VIP. Everything, never. I have no idea who she
You
is.
made some impression.
That's awesome. That's another
Excuse
thing
me.
I meant to say. And I think it was Lee that asked, I want suggestions on how to open a conversation so it doesn't sound like I'm just trying to sell something. One thing you can do is, I just noticed you're not part of my VIP group in Facebook. If you're on Facebook, here's the link. I'd love for you to join to see my deals or my, all my fun stuff in there. So if you don't have a VIP group, then make one.
Mhm.
Guys, I literally put up a poll at like 2:30 today in my VIP group and was like, hey, I have ground beef thawed for dinner. What should I make? And I put up like 3 suggestions and I said, please add suggestions. If you have better ideas, because I'm sick of cooking the same thing. And no lie, I have like 27 people in my VIP.
Nice.
So I had literally 12 recommendations that they added on there, and my comments were over 30. Like just asking them what I should make for dinner. And I was so excited, and I made one of the things called cowboy casserole, and it was delicious.
Nice.
All right.
So win-win.
Hey, do you have
Nice.
dish soap samples?
I think I do.
Everybody that voted in that poll, you need to send them a dish soap sample
Ooh,
Great idea.
and thank them for participating in the poll. And send the
yes.
that cowboy casserole recipe, print that and say, I tried it. Now you go try it. Boom.
All right.
That's another thing that can open a conversation. If you sent a sample to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to check and see, how did you like pink sugarberry mint or whatever you sent them? How did you like your washer whiffs? Did you get to use them yet? Definitely follow up on samples is the only way
Mm-hmm.
that, not to guarantee a sale, but to get any feedback at all from a
Stay
customer.
relevant. Oh my God. I used to put things on my samples and on my monthly mailers, like contact me and I'll send you a
Right.
free bar. And nobody would do it.
Nobody.
It's like, are you just one thing, and anybody else, but one thing that I really like to do is, it's just being from a small town, that growing up here, I try to figure out what kind of connection I can have with somebody. Like, what do I have in common? Do we know the same people? Because 9 times out of 10 we do in this town. And I try to do that with my customers, is finding some sort of commonality. Are you local? Like, how did you find me? Um, Figure out what they ordered and starting a conversation from that. And if you're just kind of like thinking of it as a first date type thing, like getting to know them, then you're gonna have more interaction with them and you're gonna start that relationship and they're gonna feel more comfortable with you.
Yes.
I like that. Thank you.
And I said today in our chat, I said, if you're not following up with people, think about it like a first date. If you had a really good first date with them, and if you don't follow up for a second date, how are you going to know if you're ever going to go on a second date? Like, if you don't follow up with them, you can't guarantee that they're going to place an order
Right.
again. So you got to find out, did they like it too? Are they into you? Are they going to come for seconds? So think about it.
Awesome. This was some good stuff. I hope it was helpful. Does anybody else have anything else to share or any other questions before we sign off?
I do need some help pulling a report that is totally off subject. So if one of you can hang back and help me, that'd be great.
Sure. Anybody else? All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording.